What led up to this moment with Antonio Brown?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. There's a little bit of a he said, she said in terms of whether Bruce Arians told him he was done for the day or asked him to leave. It's one of those where AB's been dealing with an ankle injury for some time. Um, my understanding of things is that they asked AB to go back in the game, and he said he couldn't because of his ankle. And Bruce told him, "Well, if you're not going in now, you're done for the day," and that set him off. And that's what set him to pull his jersey off and his shirt off and run through the end zone to the tunnel and out of the Bucs, if not out of the league.
What was his injury status going into the game?
Yeah, he had tweaked his ankle midweek, didn't practice after Wednesday, so it was kind of a question mark whether he'd go or not. But he looked fine for the game. Had a nice catch, had a 21-yard catch earlier in the game. Seemed fine. It didn't seem like something to be an issue. Obviously, you can aggravate things pretty easily during a game, but was kind of getting his normal usage, normal playing time. He's got some incentives that would have kicked in with a few more catches or one more touchdown. So no, everything seemed like he should be. I had first noticed it just on that drive. It was a touchdown drive, and I saw Brashad Perriman was in the game kind of for the first time, and it was like, wait, why is Brashad in the game? Where is AB? And it kind of went from there.
There was a moment, and I took note of it. Brady's walking down the sidelines, and he's talking to a couple of guys. Like I felt like he was like, "Let's go," and he says something to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown looked like he was so disinterested. So I don't know. I don't know where we were at that moment, or he was in his head, but it felt like he had already checked out. I don't know if I'm being fair to the situation, but I did. It was interesting because Brady's always Brady. Antonio Brown, he's following Tom. I mean, he's there because of Tom. And
Right.
that's what was surprising. And wasn't Brady in the huddle when AB did what he did on the sidelines? So, I mean, he had to be going, what the hell is going on here?
Right. Oh, and to talk to players, I don't think we really got an answer from players. We didn't talk to Mike Evans. Mike was probably the guy that was the closest to trying to rein Antonio in and kind of say, hey, don't do this. Don't walk off the field in the middle of the game, to no avail. So yeah, when we asked other guys, even Le'Veon Bell, who's known AB since Pittsburgh days, I don't think he realized the extent of it until even after the game, in terms of the finality of it that he's done. I think it just kind of unfolded, and as you might imagine, Brady and most of the guys in offense were focused on trying to get a touchdown just to make it a one-score game late in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's crazy. Where did he go after the game?
It's funny with AB, like everything is on social media. So like went into the tunnel. I think ESPN said he had asked security at the stadium for a ride to the airport, and they declined. And then he's waiting outside the stadium. He got kind of a celebrity Uber driver in New York to take him into the city. It sounds like he's posting links to rap songs. He's posting. I don't know that he's back in Tampa yet, but it's kind of immaterial at this point where he is.
It felt like Bruce Arians was in a real delicate situation here because Tom Brady wanted Antonio Brown. And I don't know if Bruce said, look, he's in your care. He's under your watch here, Tom, because I don't want him here. It felt like he didn't want him back after the fake vaccination card. How much of this is on Tom Brady of this situation where it is right now?
Well, I think Tom vouched for Antonio. I mean, and it's funny because they played together for one game. They don't have this long history together like he had Edelman coming in or something. But I do think having Tom vouch for you carries a lot of weight with his team and with his coaching staff. And I do think, Bruce Arians was reluctant on this. If you talk to Bruce, early 2020, he said it wasn't a match. He said he was too much of a diva. And I think part of it was just the injury situation in the first half of last season. That Mike Evans and Chris Godwin were both dealing with injuries, and they wanted to insulate themselves. They wanted one more Pro Bowl level receiver that Brady would have no matter what. And you take the risk that comes with that. And even at the end of last season, he catches a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And you think how remarkable it is that things came and went the entire season without incident. He didn't say or do anything wrong. And unfortunately, that came around, here with the vaccine card issue this summer.